says going live. It says going live. You're live. It says you're live on YouTube. 28 people watching. We got Clickus. We got Alf. We got Delipool. We've got Leyland. We've got PK7. We've got Kyle. I'm going to start off with this song. This song I wrote myself. And Steve-O's going to be quiet, aren't you, Steve-O? Meet Mike. Here we go. Oh. I don't think I can hear it. Oh, I can now.
Digest it now until you're blue. This is what they do. Control yourself until it's through. You walk through, pierce the veil, uncover clues. Stay still, do not move. Unrelenting now, where shadows fuse. And she knows this. She knows just what to do. This is what it takes when you cross the devil and holy. Embrace your mistakes when you stood in the void of lonely. Trapped inside this hate, never to be found. Your soul will not waste as it stays eternally bound. Condemned to ash, shedding life, enraged with hate. This formalistic shell, absolved of trust, a welcomed fate. Not behold if now his blood oath made, there's no turning back, heading deeper now, a clandestine trade. And she knows this. She knows just what to do. This is what it takes when you cross the devil and holy. Embrace your mistakes when you stood in the void and lonely. Trapped inside this hate, never to be found. Your soul will not waste as it stays eternally.
There's a solo, guys. Solo. Okay. So that's the song. I'll let it play in the background because some people are like, oh my god, what song is this? So this is it's my song, essentially, and it's all come together, which is pretty cool. After a few weeks of writing it and putting it together, it's quite cool to get it all in Ableton and Nath on the drums and John on the bass, but everything else put together by myself. So yeah, it's pretty cool.
Very good. The chorus
Thanks.
is very, very catchy, legitimately.
Yeah. It's not too bad. It's our first
I
song.
can tell who the influencers are, but that's a
You
good
can tell
thing. It doesn't matter. There's nothing wrong with that at all. And I think that I said to you should play it at the start of the show. You've done it. Hopefully you're getting some nice feedback and let us know in the comments.
It's a mix. The thing is, it's an FPL show. And they're probably like, what's going on here?
It's gone beyond FPL, I think, with this channel over the past 3 years. I wouldn't worry about that, I can assure you. As I'll be discussing with FPL, have a beer in a couple of days' time with you.
It's gone beyond an FPL channel. I wouldn't have shared it, to be honest, if it wasn't for Steve-O saying, "Oh, play it, go on, play it." So I was like,
Well, I was having a really, really, really interesting phone call with Alf, and I was just saying how, at the end of the day, we all need to support one another, specifically independent content creators. I'm being deadly serious. I think that there seems to be something happening in the independent content space where we're just doing that to the big boys now. Genuinely, I'm being serious. I think there's something happening. And
something's going on out there.
Yeah, I think there is. And I know there's going to be a lot of talk tonight about a certain particular club that you support. I'm certainly wanting to talk about them to you, and that's what the whole...
Don't waste your time on them. The players are still the same old players that have down tools for numerous managers now. Why would you trust them? I don't trust them. Majority of Man United fans don't trust them. Why would you trust them? That's the question you got to ask yourself. I'm not going to get anyone in. I mean, I tempted the idea of Bruno Fernandes, but no, I'm not going there. I'm staying away. More interested in Tottenham players after getting them out.
Well, we'll get on to that in a minute. Do you want to just say hello to the chat and let's see the feedback on this song?
Hello, chat.
Genuinely.
Hello, chat. What song is this? Hi, lads. Good evening. It's not actually that bad, says BK7. Tune says Yellow Army. So yeah, I mean, majority of people are probably just sat doing their crocheting, knitting, washing up. What else do people do on a Sunday, Steve-O, after the football's finished? What do
I think
they
it's
do?
just live streams full stop. I don't know how you consume live streams, but for me, it's just either out on a walk or if I'm doing some monotonous task on the laptop.
What are you doing?
Very rare.
What are you doing? Let us know. We're genuinely curious.
They never answer.
Yeah, because they're too busy doing something.
What was Yelena doing for our stream? Oh yeah, playing Tetris.
Tetris. Did she get it past level 20?
Again, I've no idea. The thing is, I used to listen to Mark and Granville's podcast about 12 years ago during Black Ops 3's. No, not Dericer.
That's Black Ops 2, isn't it?
Yeah, what was the following one? The one where you could go around all these different maps.
The Kinder de Toten, is it? No.
On the bus.
On the bus. Oh yeah, the one with Avenged Sevenfold.
Yeah.
I don't remember the name of the map. My favourite map, and I don't know the name of it. I think it was it the Kinder de Toten? Is it the one where when you're in like not the mental site? No, the one before where you look up, you shoot the moon in it, and then you got the monkey bombs, but you've got like the hallway at the end. So you start off at the top where the portal is, and then you move down through the corridors, and then right at the bottom you've got like this little like this corridor where you can sit in. And in that one you could unlock Not Ready to Die by Avenged Sevenfold by shooting all of the bottles, was it? I think it was the bottles I think you had to shoot.
I
And
generally can't remember.
hang on,
I think
you
I
can't
kind of
remember.
zoned out from it at that
Yeah.
point with Call of Duty. That's when I kind of was
Best
like, zombies is getting a bit silly, and now it's just crap. It really is shit. Zombies. I mean, I've been watching the odd stream here or there. I'm just like,
Nacht and Toten Moon. No.
no,
hang
Nakda
on.
and Toten is the first one.
Yeah, Nacht and no, it's
It's on the bus. You're on the transit.
no,
That's it.
no, that's
It's
no,
transit.
not the bus.
Well, that is the answer. It's transit, spelt with a Z. That's what I'm talking about. And then the one you're talking about is may have been the downloadable pack.
Derice.
Yeah, that was the one before with the teleport.
Yeah, Derice. That was my favourite map.
Yeah, that is fantastic.
That with the Pack-a-Punched Wunderwaffe.
Yes.
Oh my god, the amount of hours of my life I played with random strangers on the internet, played that until like 4 a.m, just having an absolute whale of a time, just seeing how far we could go.
Yeah.
And it was just like, you don't get games like I don't know, just games don't obviously have the same pull, like for me.
Well, they as I keep saying, they're like films now. They just want to get straight to the action rather than letting you build up the tension and the getting behind the characters and actually trying to do things for yourself. Like when my brother plays The Last of Us or when my friend plays The Last of Us, I'm just like, but it's telling you what to do. It's literally telling you what to do. Whereas,
I hate those games where you've got like you go over a linear path and the game almost plays itself. You just press A to skip the cutscenes. Yeah. And then you get pathed into the next pit, and then it's like, oh my god, no brain power was used in the. I'll tell you what game has actually recently been out, like an MMO game. I'm not normally into MMOs, but I tried this MMO game called Throne and Liberty. All right, it's a Korean MMO from NC
what's
Soft.
an MMO? Do you have to explain?
A massively multiplayer online game.
Right.
So basically, it's like a fantasy MMO. You get like gear and items and stuff, like a typical MMO. MMO RPG, as they are called. And Throne and Liberty is good in the sense that 9 times out of 10, most people can't bother to watch the cutscenes and can't bother to follow the storyline and listen to all of the storyline. But once you skip it all, a narrator goes, you finally delve deep into the Valley of Mist as Jonah explains to you that the haunted cottage is on the path. Like, it explains to you in the narrative. Like as you skip the cutscene, you get like a summary of what's been spoken about by a narrator, like you're like in a story. And I think that's so clever, like really clever, like really good. Like, but yeah, I'm currently hooked on Diablo 4 at the moment.
I see that advertised all the time.
Me and my wife just play it on the old couch co-op.
Oh right, yeah.
You know, it's just like nice and easy.
Bloody hell, split screen, yeah?
I've discovered, no, not split screen. It's on the same screen because it's Diablo. It's like kind of like an action RPG, so you're kind of on the same screen. And we're just killing like skeletons and like demons mainly.
When I don't know, did you ever play Twisted Metal?
Oh God, you played Twisted Metal, yeah.
Did you ever have that?
Paint It Black was the song, wasn't it?
Did you ever have that rule because obviously it was like split screen? You were like, you're not allowed to look at my side of the thing, and if you're caught cheating, ending the game.
To give away where you are. Yeah. Am I right in saying that Twisted Metal? It's been so many years on the PlayStation. Didn't you have like missiles and stuff you could fire at each other, and like machine guns? That was the same game, wasn't it? Because I also remember another racing game I used to like on the PlayStation called Burnout.
Oh yes, yeah.
The first Burnout game where you could literally just go and smash your car. Like, this is quality. You're racing against other people. But
apparently the Twisted Metal film or TV show is supposed to be pretty good. It's on Is it on Netflix or Amazon? I can't remember which one it's on.
Is it recent?
I would say maybe 2 years ago.
I never heard of it.
Yeah, it's supposed to be really, genuinely, really good. My brother
probably better than the Halo series, where he spends 3/4 of the series without his helmet on.
Brilliant.
Oh God, yeah, isn't it just? I spoke to a retired wrestler the weekend.
Would we know
Friday.
him or?
No, amateur.
Okay.
He runs a pub. She runs the pub down by
You mean
me.
a woman?
Yes, and she. I mean, maybe I am assuming gender. I mean, of course, but I think that she refers to herself as a she. Is very, very good actually. She did like a charity. They got the pub, and the front of the pub they set the ring up on the car park, and they got all the village and the town to come to watch. And it was like the car park it was surrounded by cars and people. And she was doing. There was suplex off the top rope. There was, yeah. There was like, I'm sure I saw a twist of fate in there.
Was it challenging people or something to make sure that
it was a local amateur wrestling company that not long set up, and they basically they got the ring, they got all the gear and all the stuff, and there was 3 or 4 different wrestlers that turned up on the day, and fair play to her. She was bloody getting thrown around, getting smashed in, like for the majority of the game, of course, as typical wrestling writing goes. You get battered for 3/4 and then suddenly find the energy to get back and win the game from a crippler crossface, which of course I used to think to myself, oh my god, I wouldn't want to get myself in one of those things, of course, with Chris Benoit. But this is an FPL channel.
Well, I think this chat sums up this game week so far, doesn't it? We'd rather talk about anything but this weekend, because the only person that seems to have had a good weekend goes by the name of Fire Talk. But of course, these people don't watch us, Jason. These people aren't interested in our channel, despite being moderators. No, they do.
We have moderators.
He's the only one that's done well. Maybe Dread has done okay this particular game week, but overall,
hang on. News flash.
Yes.
How many players have you got left to play?
2.
Oh, I was going to say
3.
the game week's not over.
You've
got to play.
You've got Visser and Real, and I've got Flecken. So Flecken versus your 2 players. And of course, Umbermo. Everybody owns Umbermo. But you want to hear the good news, Jace? I'm just literally looking at it now. You're very, very, very close to taking over Dan. Because Dan...
How the hell have I managed that? Dan must be having an absolute shocker then.
Well, if you want to have a laugh, have a look at his team.
All right, let's do it.
Admittedly, he's still got... Well, I'll let you discover it.
I'm close to overtaking him. Oh my god, I'm catching him.
Yeah.
19 points. he's got Mbuemo, Smith Rowe, and Raul.
And Flecken. Is it Flecken?
Oh, he got Flecken, yeah.
Yeah.
1 point Flecken.
So I always say this, if you want to feel good about yourself, maybe look at that game week rank 10. I mean, arguably Dan has had the worst game rank in the whole world. What an achievement, Dan. Congratulations.
Come on the show. Talk to us about your team, mate.
Do you want to read this team out for people listening on audio, please?
Yeah. So we got Flecken in goal. We got Lewis, 1 point. Trent, 2 points. Good 7 million there. Dinya, nothing. Smith Rowe, not played yet. Foden, 2. Oh my god, Foden, what a nightmare he's been. Johnson, 8 points. You've got Foden, haven't you?
No.
Oh.
Salah.
Johnson, 8 points. Mbuemo to play. Haaland, captain 4. Watkins, 2. I saw someone in chat, I think Shiger said Watkins. Is it time for Watkins owners to be getting gone?
Well, I got rid of him, so the answer to the question... The thing is...
you got Rodgers, haven't you?
Yeah, that's why I kind of thought I need to get Salah in, and the only way I could do it is with Watkins, and with their upcoming fixtures, I thought...
Wait, you haven't got Salah at the moment, have you? You've got...
What's that? I did it last week. I did Salah and Cunha in for Foden and Watkins.
Oh.
But I didn't captain Salah, which I can't be bothered to talk about. But yeah, I've missed out on 7 points. It's just I just want to look at it like that. I missed out on 7, so that's the only thing that's calmed me down. Me and Kieran had a brilliant chat last night, actually, Jay. So I'm looking forward.
Bloody Rogers getting 9 points for you though, hey?
Lucky to get
2
bonus points. Very, very lucky, considering Solanke getting the goals and Kulusevski getting an assist in that game and doing very well. Madison.
I need a Vissa hat trick.
Yeah, I need Fulham. I need Brentford to win 2-0 and Flecken to have the game of his life. It ain't happening. Like I said, I'm expecting Fulham to beat him.
Dan actually says a Vissa hat trick tomorrow. Well,
is Dan here? Is he? Or maybe he can join us.
No, not Dan. Is other Dan. Watkins is Paul next, and then the EU fix. I mean, yeah. I mean, could be a case of getting him gone, mate. Could be a case.
Well,
from Alf.
It's the Liverpool, Crystal Palace, Chelsea games. They're not great. Brentford at home. Well, they'll be sitting back from a defensive point. If that Brentford game was away, slightly different, but it's at home. But then Southampton. Yeah, I think getting rid of Watkins is, if it's a problem for you and it means able to upgrade certain other areas, get him in. But it's not really an emergency transfer. I only did it to get Salah in, and I'm happy I did that. Because having Salah and Haaland really does... the only headache you have with that is the fact that who to bloody captain. That's the only downside to it, and that's my dilemma for next week. Do I stick with Haaland, Brighton away, or go with Salah at home to Aston Villa? Salah always performs in the big games, and I think that I will be going on the history again, even though I didn't go with the history this week because I'm a fucking idiot. But I missed out on 7 points. That's all I'm going to look at. And those 7 points would mean that I would be still in the moderator league 4th. And let's just quickly look at it now. As I'm looking at it 2 seconds. Yeah, I'd still be 4th. But I'd be a bit more further ahead of Paulie, basically.
Price rise as it stands. Salah is due to rise. 12.8 you'll be tomorrow morning.
12.8? Surely 12.9.
No, 12.8.
I thought he was 12.7 at the 12.8 at the moment, isn't he?
No.
Oh no, you are right. Yeah, all right. Okay, fair enough.
I know I'm right. I got it in front of me. 8 Nuri is quite close, getting close. I don't know why he's not done nothing since I got him in.
I'm just gutted that Dunk went down in price by 0.1 last night.
I saw Konate was due to rise, and then it suddenly it's quite funny.
He's actually come out and said he's okay and he could be ready for the next match, would you believe?
Oh, wow.
Which is really, really big news for me, because it means that could be because I've got 3 problems in my team, Jay. So I've got Dunk, Greaves and Konate. So I've only got 2 defenders in my team. And I'm wanting to bring Mazrari in. Mark Goldbridge said he was playing really well today. I was quite impressed by the way he performed today as well.
A1 life.
And
Russell.
he's my transfer that I'm going to be doing definitely. But I do want to get in a Man United attacker, and it will be probably Garnacho for dibbling for a minus.
No, why are you getting your red Man United tinted glasses on because they've got a new manager, mate? It's going to be months
fixtures for the next 3. Well, quickly.
Don't persuade me. What was the fixtures? Come on, read them out. Read them out while I read the chat. Read
the chat and then we'll
FPL Store Russell. Hello, my friend. I've not read your name out before. Welcome if you are new here. Subscribe to the channel if you are new, guys, and it does help us boosts us up in the algorithm as a small independent content creator. Been going since 2018. Geddy, hello to you. We've got One Life, good old One Life Soccer, back in the Discord with a vengeance, of course. Big supporter of the show. Big love to you, my friend. Firetog's here. We've got at least we've got one moderator in the chat, Steve-O, just in case someone decides to misbehave themselves and troll this FPL channel, this prestigious FPL channel, of course, where both the hosts are doing exceedingly well.
Well, I was.
FPL Matty's in the chat. We've got Kevy's in the chat too. Hey, Kevy. Haaland out next week for me. No one is essential. Is that a good summary? No one is essential.
Well,
I don't like the word essential, but
yeah, I think that there are teams to look at which are essential.
Essential teams.
Yeah, but players, I don't know. It's funny because when Alf, who's live now, when he does his streams and goes through the pain of FPL managers, one of them that keeps cropping up is, ever since I brought Haaland in, he's done nothing, and that's exactly what has happened to me. Since bringing in Haaland, he has done nothing. It's sickening. And do you want to have a bigger laugh, Jace? Is that last night I was doing the maths with Kieran. If I'd have just done the transfers that I said I was going to do, I'd be 24 points better off. 24 points better off if I'd have just stuck with the transfers that I said I was going to do, which would then put me in the moderator
ifs,
league.
buts, mate, candies and nuts. You can't think like this, my friend. It's gone. It's past.
It would put me about level on points with Firetog, maybe a couple of points under.
Hey, Rob.
I'd definitely be above Blonde. So yeah,
I'm gonna catch you, Steve. I'm gonna catch you, mate.
Well, if my game weeks continue like they bloody are, then yeah, you probably will end up.
Tip your fedora.
Sorry.
Nothing. It's a meme. It's a meme. You wouldn't if you don't know it anyway. Can't call this season. So many twists and turns. I mean, what you're saying, United are suddenly go on an absolute run of form. I mean, United fixtures. Come on, Steve. Have you got them in front of you?
Leicester next at Old Trafford.
Yeah.
Then it's Ipswich away, and then it's Everton at home. Those next three aren't they're good enough to attack. I think. No.
One which United player? Garnacho, no.
No, well, no. The order would be Fernandes number one.
Garnacho would be gone and relegated to the subs bench if it was up to me from the performance of today.
Why? Because he didn't hit the target with some of his shots.
Or pass the ball to an obvious teammate that is in a better position than him.
But you were saying to Trigger Lips the other day that he's the number one choice ahead of Fernandes. And in your opinion, that's what you said. That's a quote, by the way.
No, I said Fernandes first.
Did you? I'm sure you said Garnacho.
No, I said Fernandes, then Garnacho.
Back me up, chat.
I said Fernandes for guaranteed minutes. Garnacho.
But you said for you choose Garnacho ahead of Fernandes.
Did I?
Because then we all laughed because Garnacho was the one that scored first, and we were taking the mick out of Trigger Lips.
Right. Anyway, I've changed my mind. Bruno Fernandes over Garnacho. Yeah.
He would be. Yeah, he's the number one obvious pick for Man United. I agree with that. Then I think a defender would be I think then Garnacho and then a defender. If not, actually no, I'd actually put a defender next and then Garnacho.
Maybe Rude should take him out of the team for a -16. Jason, your style. Yeah, good one. Yeah, good one, mate. Yeah, and then lose the game. No, okay. So yeah, I mean, what would you do at Foden, Steve-O, in my shoes?
Get him gone.
For who? Fernandes.
Well, you joke, but either him or Son. But then again, actually, no, Son's a bit of a risk. So
Fernandes is playing minutes. He's playing every game. They've got good fixtures, like you said. Good fixtures coming up.
Yeah. I'm just looking through the teams here. Arsenal, you're going to be touching. Aston Villa, forget it. Bournemouth, no. Brentford, no. Brighton, no. Chelsea, no. Palace, Everton, Fulham, Ipswich, Leicester, Liverpool. It is pretty much Fernandes or a Tottenham asset, but that Tottenham asset would be Son. But am I right in saying Son may have came off with a bit of a niggling injury, or he was annoyed that he was taken off early? What was it? I didn't quite get the narrative there.
I don't know what's going on with Son.
If anybody can chat, could let me know, because apparently he looked a bit pissed off. I think it was probably because he was subbed early. But I think Goldbridge or maybe even commentary said that he looked like he was potentially thinking he may have re-injured himself, possibly. But I think Fernandez for you, Jace, if you're going to do it, is just do it. Get on with it now. You've got a Europa League match this Thursday.
Just the one transfer when then I've 1 million in the bank.
Yeah, do it. Done. Get rid of Foden. It's the safety move, and it's a good move as well. Yeah, he was just annoyed he went off early, basically. Yeah, I think just do that move, Jace, and then you can just move because your team is in. There's no injury problems, no, for your team. You've come through it unscathed, haven't you?
Yeah.
This week.
I mean, there's no one else. I mean, Wolves fixtures, what are they like? They're pretty good, aren't they?
Yeah, but you're not going to be looking at any of their midfielders. There's no one to get.
No.
So
Kuna's not a midfielder, is he? He's an attacker.
No, he's a striker, yeah. And then the other.
But even though he plays as more of an attacking midfielder, though, isn't he?
Yeah, I don't know the ins and outs of his positioning, but he's more like
he's more of an attacking midfielder. Chat, go ahead and
Larsen's more further ahead of him. That is correct. Yeah. So I'm just looking at your team here. You've come out of it, unscathed, and your Vardy transfer bringing in was well done to you for that. I mean, unbelievable. Of all the fucking players, Jay, seriously, he gets a tap in like him. Because when I heard it live with Mark Goldbridge, I was like, because what he did was when Man City scored, he just basically went, I don't believe it. They've scored again, and it's that man again. You know exactly who scored. And I had a smile on my face. I went, Haaland scored, brilliant. And then he said Vardy. I'm just thinking, oh, get fucked. Like, I didn't even realise you had him until last night. I'm thinking, are you fucking winding me up? So, yeah, that was really, really frustrating.
I mean, Haaland, I think Haaland's going to punish Salah's,
Hopefully. If De Bruyne is back next week, because he was on the bench. I don't know if you're aware of this. De Bruyne was on the bench this week. And if he's available, I think then at this point, I think we then see the return of Haaland and KDB duo again, starting with Brighton when they beat him 5-1.
Wow. KDB being back is going to be a massive boost.
It will be.
Pep's going to be worried as well.
With what?
Performances and form. I
know he'll be worried about it.
Team's good, Jace. You got him scared, says Dan. I mean, chat. We'll do a poll. Straight swap. Foden to Bruno Fernandes.
What was the point in that? I mean, everybody's just going to yes, do it.
Well, who's going to say yes to that?
I reckon it will come through as 70+% saying yes. Do the poll, please. But
start a poll.
You've got no fires to burn. And
To
Fernandes attacking Man United is brilliant.
I've started it now.
And your team is just disgraceful. Look at it. Saka, Fernandes, Palmer, Salah, and Burmo. That is ludicrous. And then you've got double Arsenal defence. Vardy, Lewis ain't new. Basically, you're taking the piss. Being that. This is what fucks me off, Jace, is that you're 5 millionth in the world and yet your team is better than mine.
Well, thanks for reminding me of my rank and the viewers at home.
Fuck the viewers, mate. All I care about is making sure I'm ahead. Oh, wait a minute. I can't be saying that.
No.
Someone's going to DM me, probably.
They're valuable people. They're choosing to spend their time this evening watching this. So we can't upset them.
No, they should be watching. They should be listening and doing something else. That's the key.
Have you looked at Isaac with any chance? He's got some nice fixtures coming up. Nottingham Forest, West Ham, Crystal Palace. Okay, Liverpool. But then going to Brentford, Leicester, Ipswich. No one tempted in Isaac? 2 goals in 2 games.
It's Newcastle at the moment.
in form, arguably now.
I think see how they get on at Nottingham Forest, and then if they beat Nottingham Forest,
Just had a good win against Liverpool.
if they beat Nottingham Forest, I think at that point.
Sorry, did I say Liverpool? I mean Arsenal.
Yeah, but again,
Thanks for
Arsenal
correcting me.
Arsenal were crap. It was at Newcastle's ground, and Arsenal didn't perform, and the result doesn't surprise me. Maybe 1-0, but whatever. I think that Newcastle are wait and see how they get on at Nottingham Forest first, and then because that's why I'm confident in Man United. Talking of which, do you want to did you watch the game?
I watched large parts of the game. I was doing the mixing and recording at the time. So,
well, do you want to just give us your thoughts on Man United and genuinely your assessment of bringing them?
Avoid. Do not fall into the trap of spending your hard-earned transfer money. I mean, again, Steve, if you want to do it, go for it, mate. It doesn't bother me. But I don't trust United. I do not trust. I've been burnt so many times. Doesn't mean you're going to get burnt. I've been burnt. And to be frank with you, there's nothing that I saw today. But, I mean, that would make me feel confident that I'd get a point return from owning. The goals just haven't been coming for United. I mean, it could change around. I mean, again, if you can afford one position in your team to be cavalier and risk on, then go for it. If you got a strong team and you think, I can afford one position to just throw it. I mean, arguably though, I would feel that I'd feel the same way about Foden at the moment. But at least that Bruno I know would play. Like the chat's got 50-50, got 32 votes. 50% of people saying yes. 50% of people saying no. 16 votes each.
Dan's saying, would anybody saying Bruno if he didn't score a penalty? He wasn't that great today. Again, I do think that Garnacho was, for me, one of the attackers, along with Højlund, the standout players for your team. Genuinely.
Jason, play a 3-4-3, but who would you have up front with Raul and Visser?
Yeah, this is the problem with your team, isn't it? It's 4.5.
So who would you throw up there?
Mm-hmm.
Like,
and who do you sacrifice?
Yeah.
This is the only downside to your team, even though I'm very envious of it, is that you can't.
It's not flexible to throw, into a 3-4-3 that easily. Like to get back Haaland, you're gonna have to do some surgery. And it's not pleasant to do.
Talking of surgery, do you want to remind people of Discord if they want to join us? Come live on air.
Yeah, come on. You've got 10 minutes to come on.
Come live on air. Join me and Jason to talk about your team and
we'll rip it to shreds and tell you how shit you are at the game. I mean, seriously, no, come on. We'd love to chat to you.
But yeah, in the it's like with the Patreon League, you've got Greasy. You're kind of in a similar boat with Greasy, where he's just got no one playing for him at all. He's got Mascara, Greaves, a non-playing goalkeeper. Okay, he's got Carvalho. I'm trying to think. On the Patreon podcast, he said he was going to be getting rid of Carvalho for a Brentford player, but I don't think he did Poro and Fraser out for 8 Nuri and Visser. Right, okay, yeah, but the thing is that he's got Carvalho, he's got the 3 Brentford, but 2 of them essentially don't even play.
Who'd you rather own, Visser or Raul?
Visser or Raul Jimenez? Probably Visser for fixtures. And the fact that Brentford actually score goals. Can I just make this point as well regarding Greasy? Is that he's top of our Patreon league and he's got Haaland, Salah and Palmer. Who did he captain, Jace?
Haaland.
No.
Palmer.
Yeah. So despite having all three and not going with one of the popular choices, he went slap bang in the middle with the third favourite in
Wow.
Palmer, who, are you aware he got a bonus point as well today?
No, I wasn't. How?
You tell me, mate. I do think this game this season has been very, I don't know, just dodgy. The way the price change
dodgy.
is happening, it seems to be very favourable to the popular assets, and the bonus point system seems to be very favourable to the popular assets. It does seem to be going that way this year. It just feels a bit odd. It wouldn't normally happen in any other FPL season until now. I mean, I'm just looking at Greasy's price team value, 102.1. Mine's 103.1, which is just crazy. Obviously, it's all about selling value. I haven't got much in that. But yeah, this is the problem with your team, going back to yours, is that because you've got that Tottenham non-starting goal striker, you're essentially in a bit of a quandary about if you did want to play a 3-4-3 and bring in someone like Chris Wood, you need to sacrifice one of your midfielders. Which, as it stands right now, I would not be sacrificing any of them because they're all the main focal points of their teams.
No, I'm looking at my team now. There's nothing I'd want to do to my team that would change the way it's set up at the moment. So, and without serious surgery and spending points, which I'll be honest with you, I've spent enough points recently. So.
Onions is asking how he joins on Discord, Jace. Do you want to let him know? And what and also
Discord.gg/Elite FPL, jump into the waiting room. We might as well jump in there as well.
Yeah, the Jason will put the link in the chat. There are a lot of people watching at the moment. Please make sure you are hitting the like button. If you are brand new around here, make sure you hit the subscribe button. If you are watching on X and you want to jump over and make sure you hit the subscribe button, that'll be great. A lot of live streams myself and Jason are doing, and next week, Sunday, there's a small chance next week, Sunday, I'll be doing the 2:00 kickoffs again because they are big ones. Man United at home to Leicester, Nottingham Forest at home to Newcastle, and then Tottenham at home to Ipswich. And then you've got the big, I won't be covering this. Chelsea, though, at home to Arsenal. And I'll tell you what, Jace, and anybody that even bothers listening to anything I say, which is nobody, Cole Palmer at home to Arsenal could be a fantastic differential shout for captaincy.
I've already got the captaincy on him, mate.
But that's not because of what I've just said. You've probably just automatically put it on him for reasons that are...
shit, mate. They're finishing 8th.
What? Arsenal?
I'm just messing around. Okay, so what's the... so we've got someone in the Discord, Steve.
It looks like it is Onions because he's done that extremely quickly. We will find that he just needs to unmute himself and then we'll be able to have a coherent conversation, hopefully with Onions, because apparently he's doing very well in the world. I know he's doing well in the world because he's a regular on Juice and Alf's streams. I'm amazed he's not tuning into Alf, to be honest with you. He's unmuted himself.
We appreciate the view. Right, let's bring him in. Hello. Hello. Oh, hang on a moment. I think I need to set my Discord up because I've plugged something in and it's not working anymore. Give me one moment. Speakers. Yeah, nope. Speakers.
I'm sure if you can hear me, but I can't hear anything.
I can hear you, Onions. Can you hear me?
I can hear you now, yeah. How's it going?
Look at that. We're just waiting for Jason, and then when Jason can speak, happy days. Then you'll be live on air unless people can hear.
Bonjour.
Now.
Good evening, guys. How's it going?
Hello, Onion.
Yeah, I can hear you now.
Hello, mate. How's it going?
Yeah, not too good, but never mind.
Not too good. Tell me why it's not going too good.
Well, the first 5 weeks when Harlem was on fire, it was great. I was quite good. But now I'm breaking even pretty much and just waiting for Haaland to come back.
So you're
I'm
holding on
about-
to Haaland, and you're waiting for everyone that sold him to get bitterly disappointed. Is that the plan?
Yeah, next week when I triple captain him against Brighton, that'll be good. Get a nice return then.
What was
you
that?
know what, mate? I am like looking at.
Hold on a minute.
Haaland.
Whoa. Did you just say you're triple captain in Haaland versus Brighton?
No, just a normal captain, but it will be a triple captain because all the people have sold him, so they won't get him at all, and I'll get double points on him.
And that's the plan, is it, to captain him against Brighton?
Yeah, I own Salah and Palmer, but I think Haaland against Brighton should be quite good if he's fit. He took a knock in the week and carried on playing the whole game, so hopefully he'll be rested on Tuesday.
And
You see, like, I came to the realization, along with a lot of other people, that Haaland, with the money that you have invested into Haaland, it makes you feel like you feel compulsory to captain him to justify the price point. Obviously, he's got one goal in the last 5 games. Are you slightly concerned that the form of Man City and ergo the form of Erling as kind of outweighed your stubbornness to keep hold of him, or do you genuinely feel that swings and big swings and roundabouts in FPL, and that he is going to be due a haul in the near future, and the fact that a large part of the serious FPL brigade have dropped him is going to play into your hands?
Well, this week I captained Salah, so the idea that you have to captain Haaland if you're having is rubbish. That's just bad managers. If I think just blaming it, you don't have to captain him if you've got other better fixture players. I think the game
Does he
after
offer
Brighton,
does he offer the value for money though if you don't captain him?
I think so. As long as you've got someone better captain, he's not going to score the average points every game, so you've got to pick and choose which one you think he will. He'll be captain more than he won't be, but at the same time, I think he plays Liverpool in 2 weeks' time.
Yeah.
So him versus Salah, I won't be captain either. So I've got Isaac that week. I think they've got Leicester or someone, one newly promoted team. So yeah, I just don't.
You can see why people have chosen the likes of Chris Wood, Watkins, a lesser effect. Obviously, Cunha now a popular pick for Wolverhampton. Myself jumping on Raul Jimenez of Fulham.
I just can't see him repeating it. They've all got 6 to 10 goals already this season. 6 to 8 goals this season, and it's like, well, they're going to score 25 goals each, are they? If they continue it 3 more times, I can't see it continuing, but I can see why people are jumping on that.
Some of them have got good fixtures though for the next few, but I mean, I can understand the logic in holding Haaland because it's Man City, and we do expect them to return to blistering form at some point. Certainly with the news of KDB becoming closer.
That's the other thing. Everyone said this old Haaland because KDB's out. If KDB's back next week, so we're going to scramble to get him back. It's going to be interesting to say the least.
Very hard for me to get him back in my team.
In my team, if I don't get a big red arrow when Haaland doesn't perform, I'm quite happy. Like this week, I'm at 65 and I was at 64 last week. So it's not a big rank fall. But then when he does perform, hopefully that'll be a nice big rank jump now everyone's got off him. So it's the thinking.
Certainly. I think that you've held on to him for this long. I mean, with the news of KDB and the fixtures for me are a bit of a mixed one. Obviously, they've got some tough ones coming up after Brighton, but I just
think he'll be a season keeper unless he gets suspended or injured. So quite stubborn on him and Salah the whole season.
I have a question for you.
Yeah.
What game week would it need to be before you turn around and go, I've actually been a bit stubborn here on Haaland, I need to get him gone? Before, like, say he goes on a goal drought, how long will he leave it for?
I honestly don't know. Another 5 maybe? Another 5
games?
Everyone knows the old adage: the form
That
is
will
temporary.
that'll take you to Crystal Palace away, Man United at home.
Yeah, well, he likes scoring against Man United, doesn't he?
That's what I mean. So
one of his favourite teams. So, but then again, if he does get a good return next week and everyone sold him, happy days for me. I mean, the bookies aren't changing their odds on him. They're still saying he's most favourite to score a hat trick every week and most likely to score or assist with Salah every week. So
Hasn't he also been missing absolute sitters as well, which is very unlike him?
yeah, there is a issue with his form at the moment. It's not, but again, whole thing of form is temporary, class is permanent. We know how classy he is. Do you really think he won't get back to his goal scoring ways? He hasn't scored many since his friend died. I don't know if that's affecting him. Everyone says it's the Arsenal game, but that was the same week as his friend dying. So, and this week he got kicked, didn't he? So he was hobbling around quite a bit.
And you're reckoning he's going to miss the Champions League game this week?
I hope so. Depends if they're going to. They're playing Sporting at home, aren't they? So they could afford to.
No, I think it's away. It's away from home.
Oh, it's away. So so risk him going to Portugal for a Tuesday night, or let him rest and focus on the Premier League. Depends what Pep wants to do, really. But in Champions League, I think I play Champions League fantasy as well, and I'm taking him out this week. So wait and see.
That's a different beast, though, isn't it? Champions League, Champions League fantasy. It's a slightly different.
No, but it implies that I don't have the same confidence this week in Champions League as I do next week in Premier League.
Yeah. So
that's my
I think that because I'm probably going to be captaining Haaland versus Brighton myself, just by default.
You got him in your team?
Who? Me?
Yeah.
Yeah, I've got Haaland and Salah, yeah.
I genuinely can't remember your team. You've made so many changes to it.
It's in
just to say, though, if Brentford do keep a clean sheet tomorrow, I should get a red arrow. A green arrow. So even with Haaland at a goodish rank, I still may be able to get a green arrow. So
if Brentford keep a clean sheet tomorrow, I'm holding a party because that would be massive from my perspective. Yeah. That would be huge.
I've got Mbeumo and Van der Berg, so as long as Raul doesn't score, then that would kill my rank by 20-30k probably. But
yeah,
there we go.
The last two fixtures, Brentford have kept a clean sheet against Fulham, if that's any hope. But prior to that, it's been a very high-scoring game, unfortunately. I'm expecting Fulham to win by the odd goal, 1-0, 2-1, something like that.
Well, everyone says that, but I think Brentford, they've both got equal goal difference in the league, and Brentford are 1 point ahead of Fulham. So I'm not sure why Fulham are such strong favourites. But we'll see tomorrow.
I think it's mainly because of Fulham's home record and Brentford's terrible away record. I think that's the only reason why.
I don't know. I think there's a bit of FPL bias. Everyone wants to Fulham flavour.
Well, I mean, I can bring it up here immediately. Hopefully,
that comes into it sometimes.
So Fulham at home, 1-2 draw.
I mean, the bookies got the game today. The Chelsea United game Fulham had it dead even, and it was. But everyone thought it would be a Chelsea win other than Man United fans. Who thought it would be a Man United win.
Scored 7, conceded 6. Brentford away from home.
Sometimes the FPL bias does come into it.
4 matches, scored 3, conceded 9. It's not great. I mean, yes, you could say, well, look at the teams that they played, blah, 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 but...
Oh, I can't hear you again. It's gone quiet at my end, but I'll let you go, guys. Oh, sorry.
Could you not hear Steve-O?
No.
Oh, he was just replying to you.
I know that'd be my fault because for whatever
he hasn't
reason.
unmuted himself. There we go.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
You should be able to hear him now. Steve-O?
Yeah, I was just saying that the Brentford away from home have lost all 4 games, only scoring 3 goals, but conceded 9. And Fulham at home, it's scored 7, conceded 6, with 2 wins, 1 draw, 1 loss. And I have no bias in this game whatsoever. I look at everything from just a standard basic football point of view with my very limited knowledge of the game. And I just see tomorrow's game being quite tight.
I think Frank said he's going to play a back 4 rather than a 5 tomorrow, so that could change things maybe.
Oh, we
And
said
if he
that, hasn't
doesn't, and if he doesn't come on, I've got Bednarik coming on for 5 points. One of the only teams that got a clean sheet this week, Southampton. I benched their defender. But never mind.
he? Yeah, this is very, very
I think
frustrating for.
that's the first clean sheet or attacking return I've had on my bench this season, so that's not too bad. Can't complain too much about that one.
People are saying about your defence.
Yeah, my defence is the weak point to cover Haaland, but that will be improved in the next couple of weeks. This week I've gone to Isaac for Watkins, so that's more important. Isaac playing Liverpool. Actually, Watkins playing Liverpool. Isaac v Forest. So, yeah, this week my defence is. Where's my defence this week? I think I've got out Nori, which everyone seems to have, and Vandenberg. Who have they got next week? I can't remember. Bournemouth, and then the other one, I think might be Bednarik for Southampton, who's got Wolves. So, it's not ideal, and I've got 2 Leicester defenders on the bench. So yeah, I'm not expecting many points from them, but that was the same as the first 5-game week, but Haaland was scoring and it more than carried me. I was up to 5k and 10k. So,
well, me and you onions will be on the same boat, and we can sink together.
Yep, sounds good. All right, guys, I'll let you go, and I'll speak to you again soon.
Thank you
so
for
much
coming
for
on.
man. We appreciate it.
Bye.
There we are. Bloody hell! There's onions straight away, and immediately we've got then Kevy in the Discord. This is going well for once, Jace. Well, what's happening?
People got thoughts and ideas about their teams. Another one that's got Haaland in their team. Hello, Kevy. How's it going, mate?
How you doing? Can you guys hear me all right, yeah?
Perfect, mate. Yes.
Good stuff. What's happening?
You happy with your points so far?
Yeah, it's been all right. I don't know if you can see my points. It's a bit shit image, but yeah, I got 2 returns in it, so it's not that good. Rogers on the bench as well. Like, I got lucky with Leaf Davis. That was pretty decent, but yeah, DCL shocking. Haaland's out my team next week.
What?
Got to spread some funds in it, so we'll see.
So me and Onions are probably going to be captain Haaland, but you're going to be getting him gone.
I'm gonna have him against Brighton, and after Brighton, that's when I'm planning on getting him out. Yeah.
Oh, so what's the thought process of who to be bringing in, and then what are you going to be doing with, I'm assuming, the midfield?
Actually, it's more my defense and front line I'm gonna boost. My midfield I'm quite happy with. I think Garnacho, I know he had a bit of a. I thought he still looks like United's most attacking.
Mate. Tunnel vision, unfortunately.
Yeah, maybe.
He's very much focused on himself and what he's got to do, but he's not looking up as much as I'd like to see him. And I'm sure a lot of Man United fans are feeling frustrated that Amand Diallo's obviously relegated to the bench, and no fault of him, I'm sure. But I think that personally, Garnacho's trying a bit too hard to be the star of the show, and he needs to be more of a team player.
Yeah, a little bit. It's a little bit like Madueke in Chelsea. That's how I had Madueke as well before, and he was like, had to get him gone as well. But yeah, I don't know what to do with my defense is really not great. Obviously my front line, DCL's already gone. I've already done my transfer. What
have you done for him?
I actually got Wisser in the Brentford double up. Let's go. I saw one of you's got the Brentford double up, haven't you?
Yeah, I've got Wisser.
Yeah.
They have
that's good value for money, I think.
They have got some very, very good fixtures. I just want to quickly read out your team for anybody listening on audio. It's Henderson in goal, Michael Keane, Gabriel, Davis, Saka, Salah, Garnacho, and Burmo. Calvert-Lewin's on screen now, but that's now become Visser, Haaland, and I've got Delap. I was a bit frustrated that Delap got nothing yesterday against Leicester. That's one of the fixtures you'd hope that he'd be targeting to score in. You've also got Rodgers on the bench, Harwood. I mean, that's ridiculous, isn't it?
Yeah.
Rodgers and Harwood Bellis on the bench. You couldn't make it
Yeah,
up, could you?
it had to happen, innit? Like, I was debating, do I start Aston Villa players or Everton players? Went with Everton, and yeah, that didn't. That kind of went to shit. So yeah.
Yeah, that kind of game against Southampton is what Dice normally gets a good positive result out of, and the fact that it ended up being 1-0 to Southampton, that's not looking. But Everton away from home are like one of the worst teams in the Premier League. They're terrible. They only get the results at home, and unfortunately, the Calvert-Lewin bandwagon for me stopped a couple of weeks ago, and I swapped him for Delap. Thank God that hasn't backfired. Delap has come out on top by pure fortuitous luck, and yeah, Delap will be staying in my team for the foreseeable future. You've already got Garnacho, Whitney. You say, I mean, how many transfers have you actually got?
I actually have no transfers now. I've not been able to save transfers at all. I've really wanted to, but it's just been so difficult.
I think your team, from a defensive point of view, like you said, Michael Keane, who have Everton have got next week? It is
Our Villa, he's been like 2-pointers mostly as well. Villa just can't seem to keep clean sheets,
only in the Champions
especially
League.
today.
So Everton away at West Ham. Well, they're definitely losing that no matter what. And then you've got, like you say, Aston Villa, the rate with Liverpool. You ain't going to be playing them. Ipswich, they are away at Tottenham. God.
Yeah, that's the thing. I'm not sure. I'm actually not sure whether to play Rodgers or Delap next week because, well, I mean, I didn't play Rodgers this week, and gets a nice little 9-pointer.
I have a feeling that Ipswich are going to score against Spurs, and obviously there's a decent chance of Delap May being part of that attacking return.
Yeah, I hope so.
What are you just off the top of your head? What are you predicting the Liverpool Aston Villa game to be goal score wise?
Liverpool Villa, 3-1 Liverpool. That's probably quite a
And Spurs versus Ipswich.
To be honest, after today, it looks like Spurs could just sort of steamroll Ipswich. Could be like 3-4-0. I don't even know if Ipswich will score. Did you say they're away at Spurs? Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't even know if Ipswich will score, to be honest. But again, it is Spurs' defence. So.
Yeah, that's the thing. And I think that the way Ipswich are playing, I think they will score against Spurs. And I don't know why I've got in my head like a 4 or a 5-2. I don't know why. It's just...
Do you know what? It could be like, I have enjoyed watching Ipswich this season a bit. Like Leif Davis down the left, they've been pretty good to watch. And like Delap, he's somehow found ways to just score, which is ideal. And I was debating like him or Calvert-Lewin out because Calvert-Lewin's probably got better fixtures on paper, but Calvert-Lewin just cannot score. Like he just misses way too much. It's so painful. And yeah, he just feels like something of the past, you know.
How much money have you got in the bank, just of interest?
I think I've got like 0.4 or something.
Not much.
Not much at all, yeah. Or 0.3 maybe now.
But you could, if you wanted to, upgrade potentially Torres to a Man United defender.
Oh yeah, I was thinking maybe Dallo looking at. I think Dallo's like, but
Jason, do you have any thoughts on Man United's defence best options?
Or Onana. I started the season with Onana. Sadly, don't have
Mazzarari I'd look at over Dallo myself, but I mean, looking at Delit as well.
Yeah, that's true.
Delit. I think he's a solid pick. Again, United is a trap for me. I wouldn't go near them.
Yeah, to be honest, I'm like I said, planning to sell Haaland next week, so that will give me so much money as well. Like my front line is going to change completely. Like obviously, I've got
selling Haaland is
Yeah. Do you know what? I just need the funds like
How would you take this long?
Salah Haaland team. It's just like,
Would that be for a hit though?
no. Well, actually, yes. I'll be doing a -4 potentially next week.
That's got back. That's going to be a backfire written all over it, and it's Devo.
I know.
Who would you be bringing in for Haaland?
Okay, so I was thinking of doing Haaland to either Haaland to like Jackson. I know he didn't score today, but I just think Jackson, and then I can upgrade Delap to like Watkins, because I think Watkins after Liverpool will actually start doing better. So yeah, it could be like Jackson, Watkins for Haaland and Delap, or just Haaland for like Jackson, and then upgrade one of my defenders just straight up to Trent or something. I still want to. I don't mind getting Trent in as well. Just boosting my defense, one of my defenders up.
Trent. I wouldn't be bringing in Trent.
You'd be getting rid of an out of form, overpriced forward for an out of form, overpriced defender.
Yeah.
Which one? Sorry.
Trent. You don't want to be bringing in Trent, is what we're saying.
Yeah, but I mean, I know he's not. Yeah, he's not in form, but he's gonna surely he's gonna deliver at some point. And Liverpool do have a good defense. I don't have any Liverpool defenders like in my team.
But the problem is that they've got Aston Villa at home. They're not going to get a clean sheet. Well, they may do in a 0-0, but Southampton away, obviously that's your highest chance of something. Man City at home, forget it. Newcastle away, forget it. Everton away, again, this is when we start going into the territories of potential clean sheets. But those next 4 fixtures, well, 3 out of the next 4 fixtures, there's no chance that they're getting a clean sheet. And then it's based on attacking threat from Trent. It's a waste of money, basically. You'd be better off. I think that getting on Delap,
yeah,
Isaac,
what do you think?
and or Jackson. In fact,
Isaac,
having all 3, Jackson, Isaac, and along with the other player you've got who are completely with Visser. But the problem is that you're spending points. That's the downside to it all.
Yeah, well, maybe I'll. I don't know. Maybe I'll just hold off and not take a hit. And I don't know. I do want to. I do want to get Haaland out just to give me money, because yeah, it's been a bit difficult with Salah and Haaland at the moment.
How are you getting on this season? Because I see you're a regular in you're the one in Juice and Alf shows you.
Maybe, probably, yeah. I'm in like some of them, yeah. I'm not doing that great, to be honest. I think I'm 2.5 mil or something now.
Okay.
It's not been great, but it's fun, you know.
Still better than me.
Yeah.
Is it? Yeah, but you took a lot of hits, man.
Mate, I'm no role model. Yeah, don't be following me.
That's the one thing I'm trying not to take hits, and then
I'm already looking at something
about
right now, which I'm already looking at something right now, which I'm about to share with the chat afterwards. But it's just ridiculous what this team is.
Yeah, so team. Sorry, you go.
No, I'm FOMOing not having Haaland against Brighton. I think Haaland's going to come back with some points, and I think listening to you taking a hit, getting him out, I'm like, oh my god. I mean, do what your gut tells you, my friend. But my advice is that you've held on to Haaland all this time. You've got Brighton away. Brighton, they're not exactly solid at the back. They like to play expansive football, and I think that City will get chances. I think Haaland will get in behind, especially if Kevin De Bruyne plays some minutes in that game, which is a teasing revelation that he might do.
Yeah, true.
I don't know. I just may want to wait till more information after midweek and just try and just hold off.
Yeah.
Find out as much as you can about that preview for Brighton, for Man City, and then if there's a chance that KDB's playing, mate, I would hold on to Haaland, and I would go into that captain in Haaland with confidence. That's how I would play it. But again, you do you, my friend.
What's that against Brighton? You captain him.
Yeah.
You saying? Yeah. I'm keeping him for Brighton still. I just mean after.
Oh, sorry.
I mean after next week's games, I'm planning on getting Haaland out and maybe taking a hit to bring in someone else. But the thing is, transferring
He
Haaland
scores
out.
2 goals against Brighton, though. Your plan goes out the window, doesn't it?
Yeah, exactly. Like things can always change in it. We know that.
Play it week by week. I mean, you go with that. You can go into this weekend with that plan, and then if Haaland plays crap and does nothing, then it solidifies your decision. If he gets a goal and assist or 2 goals and an assist, hang on a minute, might have to rethink this.
Yeah.
But you've got a good position to be in. Because...
Do you know the thing? Oh, sorry.
No, go for it.
Do you know the thing is with Haaland, when you transfer him out, you get so much money, you feel like you need to do another transfer alongside it to like use up some of your money. And that's where I was thinking of taking a hit as well, but I don't really need to take a hit. I could just straight downgrade him to
I'm number one. I
I
relate to that. If I see a lock of money that I've just freed up for selling a premium, I'm like, I've got to spend that. Spend a -4. It's not good.
So what are you going to do with your Foden?
I'm telling you now. I've just done something crazy. I haven't done it, but I'm thinking, right, if I was to get Haaland back in this team, what would I do?
Wait, where's your
you ready?
team?
You sitting down, everybody? Here we go. I'd go, right, Foden gone, Saka gone, Lancashire gone, yeah? And then I'd be like, right, are we ready? Are we ready? Are we ready? So we'll go Haaland in. Yes, you've heard it right, ladies and gentlemen. Haaland in. Rodgers in. Okay, Haaland in. Rodgers in. Garnacho, the guy that I slated because he's cheap and he's probably not going to play a minute next week. But and then Yarmolenko, whatever his name is, the 4.4. Oh yeah.
Oh, for Aston Villa.
Yarmolenko for Bremo. And it would give me exactly the same funds. So I'd have exact funds to do that. So the transfers would be Saka out for Rodgers, Mbeumo out for Garnacho, Foden out for Haaland.
Just fuck off. Just
Jesus.
seriously, piss off. Saying Garnacho's name, you've just been slagging him off.
No, I'm saying I can't get anyone else. No. Listen, Saka for Rodgers, Mbeumo for Garnacho, Foden for Haaland, and I'd play a 3-4-3 formation with Gabriel, Gvardiol, or Lewis with 8 Nuri as a reserve. Rodgers, Palmer, Salah, Garnacho, Visser, Raul and Haaland.
That's ridiculous.
So wait, who would be on your bench? Greaves.
It'll be 8 Nuri, Greaves, and Yarmolenko, who's never gonna touch a ball in the Premier League. But actually, no, he hasn't played, has he? Has he played any minutes? Oh, he's played some. He's played some minutes. Yeah, he's got 15 minutes here or there. Yeah, he could come on for a point. I mean, it's completely ripping the team up and saying start. It's like it's not going to happen. I'm not going to do this move.
Just do Foden to Fernandes
sure?
and just go to sleep. Do a CM Punk, go to sleep.
Marco says, "Go for it, Jason. You have our blessings."
Have you owned Salah and Haaland together yet, or no?
Have I owned Salah and Haaland? I don't think I have. No.
You might not like it because I don't know.
No, I don't.
You don't have.
No, mate, I'm not doing this. It'll be a Palmer, Salah, and Haaland team, and it's just. I mean, I'd still have Gabriel, Gvardiol, 8 Nuri, Lewis. So it's good options in defence, but I think Garnacho is the one that for me I wouldn't trust. I wouldn't trust him holding his place down.
Garnacho over Bruno, to be honest.
What? So can you see the team?
Yeah, I see your team. Yeah,
So it's on the screen, isn't it? Now on the stream. This would be the team. Raya in goal. So double Arsenal defense, double Man City. Rodgers, Palmer, Salah, Garnacho. Visser, Raul, and Haaland. I mean, again, it's just for getting Haaland in. It's ripping your team up to get Haaland back in, and I don't know. And obviously sacrificing Saka in Buemo. I mean, I don't know. It could pay off. It could, but a -12, nah. Nah, I couldn't do a -12 for that.
You just know if you did like Mbuemo, Foden, they're gonna return if you do it. Just fucking sod's law, innit?
Yeah, can't do it. Scotland investors like this guy. Yeah, this guy. Evening, yeah, Arias going, mate. Right.
Kevin,
I'll
thank
leave
you
you
for
boys
coming
to it
on.
anyway. Yeah.
Yeah,
Thank you, boys.
Cheers, man. Thanks for coming on. Much appreciated.
Appreciate it. Good luck in the next game week and all that. All right?
Cheers,
You
Kevy.
too.
You
You
take care,
too.
buddy.
Peace.
We've got some FPL royalty here. Shagar is in the waiting room.
Oh, this is Shagar, is it?
Yeah, let's get him in.
Good lord. I think this is the first time he'd have been on air.
Here he is. Shagar, how's it going?
Hello. Is my mic
How's it
okay?
going? Yeah,
Yeah,
sounded
loud
good,
and
man.
clear.
Sounded
Cool.
good. Loud
Jason,
and clear.
before we start, do not get fucking Ganacho. Not a good pick.
Yeah, you know what? I know it's not. I was saying it's a big trap. Don't go anywhere near Man United players, and I'm just
I know.
being silly now. I'm being silly.
You kind of flip flopped 100%, dude, in like the last hour. So yeah.
I'm gonna click. I'm clicking off of it. There we go. I've not saved. There we go. I've clicked off of it. Shagar, man, it's the first time you come on.
I know. Yeah, this seems like I've known you for a long time.
I've known.
Over years, and,
I first knew of you because you ran, and you still run. I think you're still running the Reddit one, aren't you? The Reddit Discord.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
Yeah. And God, that's the years gone by. That was it. Because when I don't know if you know this, but when we first got partnered as a Discord server,
Yep.
we had a moderator meeting to decide what. And this is such a silly little thing, right? A silly little thing.
Is this going to be the FPL tag?
Yes.
Yeah.
We could have called ourselves discord.gg/FPL. And I turned around and said, no, that probably isn't going to be the right thing to do because we're not FPL, we're Elite FPL. And I know that the Reddit Discord would want that.
Yeah.
So I was like, I want to say, I bowed to the Reddit Discord and was like, let them have their FPL tag. Silly little story there. But yeah, I've known Shagar for a few years now, and he's part of a massive community. And I mean, you just. So can you just tell me? Do you do the Reddit as well? Then you moderate the Reddit.
It's kind of a weird conversation. It's very difficult.
I'm genuinely
But I set it up on. I asked Reddit. I knew one of the mods back then. I don't know if you know Big Luke. He was involved in a big conspiracy as well with money leagues and stuff.
Yes. Oh my God. Yes, I remember that. Yeah.
So I suggested to set up a Discord back in 2016 where people could, properly live talk rather than being on a forum kind of thing. So I set it up. A couple of Reddit mods came in, and then a couple of them didn't agree with it. They wanted to be mods even though they didn't do anything on the Discord. So we kind of distanced ourselves, but we still advertise with them. So it's not so much a Reddit Discord these days. It's more of just an FPL Discord.
Yeah. It's the main. It's like I believe there's not. It's one of the first Reddit. It was one of the first FPL Discords, wasn't it?
Yeah, I think it was. Yeah. It was 2015, 2016.
Yeah, because your Discord's definitely older than ours because you were going and posting on it for ages before we set ours. We only set ours up because
I think you got partnered first. I think you were one of the first ones to get partnered.
Yes, we got partnered first, and that's when I was like, we better not take the FPL tag because we would get pissed off a few people there.
Yeah.
But no, we obviously knew about you. We had a lot of people come over from you. and vice versa. But there's obviously that we had some trolls come over as well.
Yep.
But
I think
that's
you unbanned me at some point as well.
Oh,
I don't know whatever happened. But,
there was a bit of Discord rivalry going on.
Back in the original days, it was so much easier to raid other people's Discords as well. When like bots bots weren't used so much. So there's so much shit happened. I can swear in this, yeah.
Man. Yeah. So how long have you been playing FPL for, man? It's been playing for
I went into hospital for a back operation in 2014-15. And I started halfway through the season. I always remember that season because I had Klein and Bertrand for the whole season when they played for Southampton.
Oh my God, yeah. And so you're looking at what, 10 and a half years?
About 10 years, yeah.
So I think I played my first serious season in 2014. So probably 2013 I only played for a few game weeks. But yeah, it's a pleasure to have you on, man. It's been a long time coming because you've been obviously supporting the channel, and we really appreciate the support you've given
it's nice to be on.
Yeah. So yeah, got some people mentioning your name in the chat. Sugar was Booner funny 3 years ago, said Buffy. Booner's always funny, man. He's always
I commented on Booner. I have to mute him on because I have to give like proper information on the channel. I can't have these fake accounts like giving me false information.
Yeah, Booner's a massive troll, and he's got so many people with his posts in the past. I think he just lives for it. He really does, and I find it hilarious.
This week he got. I mean, it's the timing for Alf being in the hospital and Booner posting like Guardiola wasn't starting. It's just
man, I think people that sit and hope for early news, they should certainly consider tagging Booner's Discord, fantasy football Twitter account, or certainly consider muting it, because you're going to definitely fall for one of his jokes. As much as I love Booner, there's some very serious people out there that take early news very seriously, and they can certainly do things that they don't want to do as a result. But yeah.
Can I just add to that? So I clipped the whole thing pretty much, not live because I don't listen to Juice live, but it would have been an hour and a half later, whatever. It doesn't really matter. And it's up to about 30,000 views, the clip that I put on X, because a load of people have reposted it. But the beef that's going on in it is just ridiculous, to the point of where I'm like, I'm now going to mute. I've muted most of the people that are in the conversation. I've muted anyway, but there are other people in it where I'm like, I don't want my notifications to just go away, mute. It's just mad how genuinely, people take great offense to fake news. And I get it. I genuinely get it. But unfortunately, these people need to start making their decisions potentially the day before. These leaks and everything, most of the time, are just, you don't really get anything these days. I can't think of anything off the top of my head where it was like, oh my God, other than the Saka stuff last 2 weeks ago. But even then, that was part of the cartel. Other than that, it's very rare you get some decent team leaks, to be honest with you.
So anyway, Shigeru, have I always pronounced your name correct?
Shigeru.
Is that how you want?
Yep,
Shigeru
is right, exactly right.
Shigeru is correct.
It's an old Welsh something that's passed down through my grandfathers and father. I have no idea why.
Is it a word? Is it a Welsh word, or is it a name?
No, it's not a Welsh word. It was just like a nickname, I guess.
Okay.
So it's just Shigeru.
Shigeru. Okay, cool. Because I've always looked at it and thought, what's that mean? So now there we go. We've got a bit of a backstory to it. So your team then, you've posted it in the Discord. Thank you so much for doing that. How many points is that? Are you gonna make me add it up?
It is 48.
48 points. You've got
Nice.
You've got double Aston Villa. You got points from Rodgers, and you're disappointingly getting 2 from Watkins. That's what, 9.2, is he, Watkins? Something like that.
He is.
Yeah. So I want to ask you straight off the bat. You don't own Haaland. Like me, you've gone with Foden. You've also got money up there with Watkins.
Yep.
Number one question, are you looking at getting Haaland back in? Or do you think, you know what, this FOMO is not for me. He's not been performing for a number of weeks. Man City are looking a bit off. I'm going to look elsewhere. Or are you going to hold?
Okay, I got a story with Haaland. I had him game week 1. I triple captained him game week 2. And I wildcarded him out game week 3. Then I got him back in 3 game weeks ago. And I took him back out this week for Kuna and Salah.
Well, that answers that question.
So no, I'm not getting him back in until at least game week 18, I think.
Wow. So what's your plan with what, like, are you looking at Foden and Watkins and thinking,
yeah,
ooh,
they are the two that are concerning me. I don't know whether to go Watkins to Isaac or Foden to Bruno.
so you're thinking Bruno?
Yeah, or keep Foden. My original plan was to roll this week, hope that Watkins gets something against Liverpool, and then do Foden to Saka when they're home against Forest. But
Well, I mean, the logical move would be to just attack the Man United's fixtures and go Foden to Bruno. That's what Steve-O would probably say. I don't personally think it's needed because I don't trust Man United as far as I can throw them. But the fixtures are tasty. Bruno is on set pieces and on penalties. So I do see the logic there. Foden, you've always got that risk with Foden, haven't you? Whether Pep is going to play him for sufficient minutes or
and KDB's back as well.
yeah. Bruno's playing 90.
Yep.
I mean, Watkins isn't a must move now anyway, is he? You can hold on to him.
Yeah, I've owned him for weeks and weeks, and he it's the same as every other year. He ticks along.
Steve-O, anything that springs to your mind other than what I've said? Just do the one move.
Not really. I don't think there's anything that, like you say, that needs working with this team other than Foden's the glaring obvious one here. You've got, Aston Villa defender in Konza.
Yeah.
It's not really
Also,
desperation.
Mikalenko isn't going to be a long-term pick, is he, I suppose?
I've to be honest, been
Well-
really lucky with defenders. I played Robinson when he got his 2 returns. I benched him ever since. And I played Konza when he's got the goal. Yeah, and I benched him
No
ever
way.
since. Yeah.
But yeah.
So you've got lucky with your cheaper defenders
Yeah.
then. I mean, you could even just do the Foden to Bruno and then you'd keep Watkins for the moment. And if he does well, you keep him and you've got some money to upgrade your defence then.
But I don't know who I would upgrade in defence. I don't want TAA. I mean, none of the expensive defenders at the moment are actually returning at all. So
I mean, you've got double Arsenal, haven't you?
true. Yeah.
You've already got double Arsenal. You got Man City with Lewis. Are you concerned about Lewis, or you think that he's
Not
gonna be
really, no.
strong?
I think he deserved a rest. If you own Lewis, especially from the start, I think
You
you
owned him.
expected him to get dropped at some point or get rested at some point. So
United's defence. Have you thought about them at all?
no, absolutely zero.
Yeah.
I might have a look when the new manager comes in, and if they go back to
You see how he
3.
does, really. You got to wait and see, haven't you?
Yeah.
You really have. You really have. You can't jump the gun. No, I get it completely. Yeah, I think that don't overthink it. I think either roll the transfer, do the Foden to Bruno move, or roll the transfer, looking to do Watkins and sort Watkins out along with Foden, depending on how they play at the weekend. If certainly Foden looks like he's going to be having less minutes due to KDB, then it's got to be a priority really to get him out.
Yeah.
The rest of your team looks good, man. There's no injury worries or rotation risks there, and the rest of your team looks pretty solid.
Well,
mate, to be
I guess
fair.
Roger's got a knock, but he seemed
He's all
upset
right.
to come off anyway. So
He's all
I
right.
think he should be
just
okay.
yeah, safeguard. That was just safeguarding. He's young. He's young. He can take a bit of a knock. Same as Saka, really. I mean, I know he missed out last week, but he bounces back quickly. That's what happens when they're young. They can bounce right back. But yeah, Rodgers will be fine. But yeah, wait for news and later in the week, and I guess, and just don't need to, there's no risk of Bruno going up. There's no risk of Foden going down. So you don't need to make that move yet.
Yeah.
All right. Is that everything, Steve-O?
I think everything's been covered there. Yeah, absolutely.
Cool. I'm gonna call it then. I'm gonna call it because it's getting late and I've got to be up in the morning early. So
thank you, Paul.
Yeah, my friend. Thank you so much for coming on.
Yeah,
guys. Sugar is one of the OGs in the certainly in the Discord FPL community, in the Reddit community. So big shout outs to him. Thank you, mate, for all the support you give to the channel, and I know that a lot of people found Elite FPL through you as well. So, cheers, buddy.
Good. Enjoy your night.
Speak to you soon, bud. Cheers.
Cheers, yep.
Stranger. Take care, mate.
Good night.
Good night.
Is that the first time he's been on air with us?
That's the first time, mate. Yeah.
Considering how long he's been part of this channel and on Discord, that genuinely shocked me. But yeah, good call.
Well, you know, I'm sure he's a busy man. He's a busy man. Right. Anyway, on that note, I've got a headache, and I've got a headache since, you know what? It's that music. It's been going on in here all day. So I need to go and have myself a nice paracetamol and I don't know, just sit in a dark room for 20 minutes before going to bed. Right. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for tuning in. Hit the like button, subscribe to us, follow us on social media at Elite FPL. Steve-O, any parting words? If not, give them a wave.
Yeah, I'll be on with Alf, I believe, again at some point this week. So for anybody that doesn't know, genuinely, like I say, I like supporting independent content creators. Alf is part of the Elite FPL Juice crew. Same thing, really. The FPL Juice crew. He's got his own channel. He's doing every single day, Jace. He's streaming every single day until he can't do any more, basically. And I'm just
going to make sure he didn't burn himself out. I'm telling you.
We had the conversation today. I've already had a serious conversation about it with him all. So I'm trying my hardest to try and get on with him as often as I can. But it's very, very rare because he's streaming when I'm kind of like wanting to go rest day. Anyway, the point being is that, yeah, I may be on with him next week. And then I'm also going to be doing, I'm assuming it's a recorded video with Gary, a.k.a. FPL Have a Beer. So that video will be coming out probably.
Our Twitter will certainly be tweeting it out. So,
yes, of course. Yeah. Our X account will be tweeting everything out, or posting everything out on at Elite FPL. And yeah, it's I'm enjoying doing these cameos, and the same with you. I think that we're both.
Steve-O's roping me on to be social with other FPL content creators, which, you know, I'm all for at the end of the day. As long as I've got the energy for it, I'll do it. Yes, you know, life is draining. Hands up in the chat if you agree. Life is draining. I feel like an old man. Life is draining. Cheers, guys. Take it easy. All right, and I'll see you for the preview, and keep an eye on our socials. Take care.
Goodbye. I'll do a Joffrey.
A what?
Game of Thrones. Think about it.
No, get Joffrey in Game of Thrones would be.
Yeah. It's a good thing I've seen that, isn't it? It's a very good thing that I've seen that. I don't think it was streaming on X though. The stream, I've just checked. It wasn't actually streaming. It was just a link. That's all it was.
Should have been. Should still be live now.
No, there was nothing. I've just looked through it now.
Oh dear.
I think I've seen that, isn't it? Anyway, whatever. So yeah, I will.
On that note, see you later.
Yeah, definitely. I'll speak to you soon, mate.
Au revoir.